Hello, hello, hello. Jeff here, back with another Goodwill Bins thrift haul video. There's all the stuff that I'm going to be looking at this time. Big old pile of stuff. Pretty good variety of stuff, even though it's a lot of the same sort of stuff. I get a lot of the same sort of stuff. Vintage clothing, a couple pieces of vintage clothing in there. Got a purse this time in the mix. And one of these things has already sold. I listed it right when I got home from eBay, and it already sold for $65. So this is a 50 into, I can't remember, I didn't add it all up. I suspect it's 250, 300, something like that, but I'll add it all up and I'll have it in the thumbnail like normal. But yeah, one of these things already sold for $65. I will let you know. If you can, do me a favor and subscribe. I also forgot to mention on the last video, I learned how to connect my store, my eBay store, to it, so it's in the description. If you feel like checking on some of this stuff that I find to see if you want to buy it or see if I'm telling the truth about how much money it makes, you can double check me. Some of the stuff makes less than I thought, and some of the stuff makes more, but I usually try to be pretty consistent with what my guesses are. I try not to overblow it or whatever. But anyways, yeah, the link is in the description for my eBay store, and subscribe just for the heck of it. Even if this isn't your thing, I would appreciate it. Got to get a whole bunch of subscribes and a whole bunch of views and all that to ever make this into something bigger. If you don't, fine, I'm okay with that. I'm enjoying just cataloging what I make, but I'm supposed to ask. Anyways, let's get into what I found. I found one hat this time. I just thought this was cool. I don't even know if it's worth money, but it's a little VW bug hat. I mean, I suspect it's worth something, but it'll just go in the $1, $5 sort of pile of hats that I end up making. At the very least, they'll sell for $1 at a garage sale. I just throw all my hats in the thing. If they're not worth a whole bunch, then I don't end up even listing them on eBay. They just go in a tub, and then they sell for at least $1 usually. Just get it out of the way quick. Got myself a pair of socks. Yeah, socks. I like a good pair of comfy socks. I got Tula a water bottle. Nice water bottle. She broke her water bottle the other day, so I picked that up. It was fun. Since I got the camera up there, I'll show you this piece of vintage clothing. It is a Washington Huskies. Wore the Roses, it looks like. Vintage sweatshirt. Needs to be washed. It's got a little bit of yellowing going on, a couple stains. Gotta see if I can try to get out. But I think conservatively, it's $20. Then I got some other, it's a survivor thing. There's a lot of I survived this or that. Mount St. Helens eruption around here. This one's I-5, I guess. Bad roads, but it's just a fun old picture, or a fun old graphic. You see them on t-shirts and stuff. I normally see them on t-shirts. I survived volcano, whatever disaster. For some reason, people like to make I survived shirts. I don't know, I think it's kind of crazy, but they do. They probably make a lot of money off of them. Anyways, this is a Fieldmaster, vintage Fieldmaster, for the person that happens to be a vintage hunter, collector type guy, I guess. I don't know. Those two sweaters, I think I'll be lucky if I make $10 off of each of them. So altogether, 3 sweaters, $40 potential there. This is a pair of Wranglers brush pants, brush jeans. Someone gave me those at the thrift, so thanks to them. I appreciate that. $10-15, something like that. eBay, it looks like they sell pretty regularly. I got a bunch of toys again. That's pretty fun. I got some random stuff. Pair of suspenders. Some suspenders can do really well. I didn't even bother looking these up. I just thought they looked cool. and I thought if I ever need suspenders someday, hopefully I don't, but if I did, it'd be nice. Welsh is the brand. I might end up selling them. They're just a cool color and everything, so I just thought, those are cool to grab, and I needed weight. I got this crazy looking puppet. I just thought it looked crazy. It's some sort of, I guess, a sloth maybe, but I just thought it looked fun. It's got like the old looking eyeballs on it, and you can do the mouth or whatever. I just thought it looked old and fun. Weighs next to nothing, so I paid next to nothing for it. Can even do fun stuff like, are you crazy? What are you talking about? Whatever. You can do fun stuff with it. I don't plan to do fun stuff with it, but I just thought it was fun and worth grabbing just because of how fun it was. Let's see, the rest of this stuff, there's my receipt, $45.38 I paid for this. I'll grab the camera and bring you down here to get these things close up. Let's see here. Just start knocking some stuff out that was for the kids. Lego boat. I think Lucas will probably like that. If not, we'll use parts and pieces for other things. Pokemon cards, a great big bag of them for Tula. I think they're from 2023. Someone was looking through them, telling me they're okay or whatever. I don't know. Tula will like them. I found one of these cameras that goes in this pouch. So I think when I go to sell the camera, I'll put it in this pouch, and it'll make it that much more appealing. I don't think I had the camera in a video though. We were taking pictures with it. It's kind of fun. Let's see. I got one of these little doohickeys. Maybe I'll branch out and do a video out of the car when I'm on my way to somewhere, if I go anywhere good. I usually always go to the same store, so I don't really have a lot of travel stories. I think this is a transformer piece. I don't know, I didn't mean to really. This is something that it's good to know about. This is a robot. I think it was Harikawan, something like that. A Japan robot, Japanese. It says on the back here, made in Japan. If I can, it's hard to see. It says made in Japan there, but if this was in good shape and working and not, broken in as many places as it is, I mean, this head actually comes off. It's got rust on it, but if it was working, these sell for over $200. This being an old tin toy, old tin robot sort of thing. This I'm going to try and sell for parts and pieces because it still has some pretty good looking parts to it. Like the battery, the back of it, I guess that's the all one piece there. The body is in pretty good shape. So if someone has one, they're piecing it together and they want a good body, or they want this front to be decent, or they want these insides for their robot that they're piecing together, these are good parts. I'm gonna try and get $50 for it at least. I'll start higher, but try to get at least 50. So that's pretty cool to know about. And then I'll knock out this game. This game is something decent. It looks like they sell for about between $40 and $60. So I'd be happy to get $25-$35 for it. Something I haven't mentioned before is I never do free shipping. Almost never do free shipping. And something like this is something I'm always tempted to do free shipping on, but I know myself, if I put free shipping in too many things, I'll accept an offer that's too low and I'll end up losing money. So I just always have buyer pays for shipping on it. So I'll probably start that at, I don't know, $45 and buyer pays for shipping. If I can get 25 or more, I'll end up taking it. Let's see, what else is cool here? This was pretty random, just a bunch of random, like, this is random G.I. Joe parts. Those can be really good. I'll kind of look into them a little bit and see if there's one or another that's really good, and if so, I'll sell it that way, but otherwise I'll sell them as a lot. This is, I don't know. This might be, this kind of looks like Halo. I don't know for sure, but there's a bunch of fun stuff in here, like a zombie guy from Simpsons, I forget his name, another Halo, a couple different, just a couple different action figures. This one was G.I. Joe. I think I already have this one in the collection. I have a small collection of G.I. Joe. Might not have that one, I'll have to look. I think this is, I don't think that's G.I. Joe, that's like, I think Lantern or something like that. But anyways, some random toys like always that are, you know, not worth tons, but every once and again one of them is worth quite a bit, and all of them together add up. Thomas Trains can be really good. This little guy's just fun to look at. Little Sony Walkman, not worth much, but I always grab them because you can, if you get like 5-10 of them, you can lot them up and get a decent amount of money for a one-time sale. Same thing with toys, and here's some more toys. Care Bears. These little guys, I didn't know about them. They're a more recent toy called a Smasher. That many in there is worth about 20 bucks. So it just all starts to add up, you know. This purse is a Coach purse. So that's pretty good. I think, if I remember right, it sells for like, I don't know, $35, $45. That's kind of all the stuff that's kind of the common stuff that I find. And then here's some stuff that's uncommon. This is Roboforce figures. I have never seen them before. I just picked them up because I thought, oh, those are cool robots. They were in the same bin as this robot over here. So someone's robot collection was just kind of thrown in. These ones are not as old as the other one. That metal one is old. These guys are plastic, but they are from like a line in the, I think, 80s or 90s. And they're just fun. They're in really good shape, even though they're a little dusty. So I'll have to clean them up a bit. But they're just so fun. Just reminds me of when I was a kid. Stuff like that. It'll probably go up on the shelf somewhere. I do need to reorganize my shelf a little bit and make some room for stuff I like a little more than other stuff. That's kind of a constant thing though. So we got those guys, and then next to those guys we have these little wax Burger King cups, which I saw them in the bin and I just thought, oh, that's old, that's got to be old. And then I looked them up, and one cup, there's several listings for one cup. They generally they do sell one at a time. No one had multiples on their listing like this, like a sleeve of them. And then one cup sold for $6 multiple times. $6, $6.99, stuff like that. But the listings are more. They're higher than 6, so people must have taken offers or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, I'll list these all together. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them maybe. 9 or 10 in there. And I would be happy to get 20 bucks out of this. I'd be happy to get 30, 25. You know, half the cart right around would be incredible. To pay for half the cart with these silly little things would be amazing. I can't even remember if I said it. I did say one item already paid for everything. Already sold on eBay. I listed it right when I got home. And it sold the next day, which was this morning, I think. Because I think, if I remember it, I got these. This might have been 2 days ago that I got these. But it's this. This little Bose bag was in the bin at the bottom. Just kind of ruffled its way down to the bottom of the bin. And it is a... Let's see here. It is a quiet control noise reduction thingy. And I already plugged it in, charged it, tested it. It's like, just looks just that. I thought it was going to be an MP3 player because it's Bose and they're usually doing like music stuff. But I mean, you can use it. You can play your music through it on your phone. It's got a little connect to your phone sort of thing. anyways, tested it, works out, kind of is amazing the way it can just block everything out. Seems like it uses like white noise or something to help block stuff, but anyways, it's pretty cool, and it sold already for $65. So everything I've showed you so far is already paid for, and I've made 10-20 bucks on top of it, which is pretty fun to do. I, generally speaking, try to list 2 or 3 things right when I get home with stuff. This time I only did 1 thing. Just before the video, I tested this guy out. It's a Nintendo DSi. Just before the video, I tested it out, and it works. I charged it, and it works. And it's just pretty cool. One thing that's cool about it is someone just walked up and gave this to me at the Thrift. I don't really know why. They just were like, hey, you want this? I was like, yeah, sure, thank you. And I looked them up. I have it listed right now for $45, I think, if I remember right. I just listed it after testing it just before I made this video. So it's on the eBay store now. And yeah, pretty cool. Let's see, anything else left? Only thing left is this thing, which is a back brace for motorcycle people. This is the kind, KR1, Alpinestars KR1. It's got all the little adjustments and everything that you have to make, little straps for putting it on, little Velcro blah-blah-blahs for putting it on. Tells you just all about it a little bit, all the little things, and they sell for around $100. So again, like everything, I try to undercut, you know, what my expectations are. I don't think I'm gonna get $100 for it, but if I can get 50 for it, I'd be super excited. And it would be just another thing that kind of adds up and pays for the cart, which is kind of my hope, you know, to turn $50 into $100, into $150, into $250, you know. Ideally, for as much time as I usually spend in there, I do like it to be 50 into 300. So if it's not, and I spent too much time in there, then it's not as, you know, fun of a moment to make, you know, if it takes 3 hours to turn 50 into 300, then that's kind of okay. But if it takes 4, it starts to become tedious. If it takes 5, it's awful. Generally speaking, I don't spend more than 3 hours in there. I try not to, and I've tried to spend even less than 3 hours in there most of the time. Today I popped in for, I don't know, a couple hours, and I didn't find much at all. So there's also that time to factor in. Like sometimes I go in and I don't find a full cart, and you know, I might walk out with 1 or 2 things. Today I spent $15. If I remember right, I spent $15, and I didn't walk out with much at all, really. I walked out, I think it was, I turned $15 into $50 in a couple hours. I left, you know, relatively quickly. But some days are like that. Some days are lesser, and some days are more. Obviously, you walk in there hoping that it's going to be a day that's more, but I try to remember to just average it all out. It feels like a roller coaster. You're just ups and downs, but you got to try to remember that in the end, it all averages out. Anyways, like I said, pretty fun amount of stuff, average amount of stuff. Some things similar, some things more rare than others. Again, the toys, these guys are just so fun. To me, this is the funnest. That's the funnest part, is finding toys that I like. So sometimes it can be boring and not exciting, but if there's a toy in there, it spices things up right away for me. Anyways, if you like this sort of stuff, please subscribe. If you want to buy any of this stuff, you can let me know on my eBay. It'll be in the description. And if I don't have something that's in a video of any of the videos that you watch, if I don't have it on my store and you think you might like to see it, or pictures of it or whatever, You can message me and let me know, and I'll get it put on my store if I still have it. And I think that's everything. So thanks for watching. If you got to this part, I appreciate you, and take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks.